Welcome to Quick Tips for thinkorswim. I'm Connie Hill, Senior Manager, Trading and Derivatives at Charles Schwab. Today's quick tip is how to create grid charts. What we discuss is for educational and informational purposes only. Don't consider it a recommendation. We will be using the paper money software application. Grid charts are when you essentially want to see more than one chart in your view. I have a little example here of a two-grid chart where we have SPX on the left-hand side with a 30-day moving average, and then we also have a MACD down here. On the right side, don't have any moving averages, but I have some candles in a shorter time frame, a probability of expiring cone, and then implied volatility on the downside. So it is the same chart, but we're looking at different information. It doesn't have to be this way. If I did not want to see the same or see it for the same ticker symbol, I could unlink it and I could put a totally different ticker symbol in here. Maybe on the NDX, I want to see that. So let's show you how you actually build something like this. I'm going to take this back to the Lilac 9, and I want to draw your attention to this upper right-hand corner. You can see here I have two squares. That represents the two grids that we're looking at right here, but it can be changed. So what we're going to do is I'm going to select on here. We're going to choose a different number that we're going to build on. We're going to just do 4, although you could do up to 32. That gets a little busy, so for our purposes, we'll just do 4. Now it's keeping the two charts that we had here. We can change them or we can replace them. We're simply going to add to what we have here. So I am going to link the new ones so that they have the same ticker symbol SPX, and I'm going to do that in both of these. Next, we want to look at some different time frames here. So on this bottom left one, let's go ahead and change it to an intraday time frame. So we'll go intraday, 15 minutes, and say OK. If I wanted to add another study on there, like a moving average, that's just fine. Go ahead and you do it. The other thing you could do is you could add a style or a study set. So let's say on this particular one, let's go to style because I have a lot more styles than studies. And let's say load style. And let's just pick this one here. It says DMI 80X. Okay, now that was a saved style, and you're going to notice, oh, it has a white background, not a black background. Well, let's fix it. Let's change it. We can alter this to look any way we want. So we'll just come over here to appearance. We're going to change the background color to black, and then we're going to say, okay. Now it's looking better as far as aesthetically having a similar look in the charts. All right. Now suppose this is your ultimate and you are happy camper. This is exactly what you want. Come out and save it and give it a name. To save it, click up here in the grid area again where we have the 4 squares now and do save grid as, and then you're going to want to give it a name that you can recognize. The one I started out with, I had named Index Options Grid, and I could keep this and update it, or I could give it a brand new name depending on what I've done here. I'm not going to save this again with a new name, so I'm going to go ahead and hit cancel. The other thing I want to make you aware of is you do not have to have the same ticker symbol in here. Suppose instead of being SPX, maybe say on this one, the bottom ones, you wanted them to be NDX. You could do that as well, okay? Again, as you save it on the grid, then you will have the ability to just retrieve what you've got in there and update it. Now, one other thing I want to show you with grid charts is that maybe you've built out a big grid. Maybe you've got like 16 on here or 9, and you want to see them a little bit more individually and rotate through them. I'm going to start over here in the upper left-hand corner, although you could start in any grid, it doesn't matter. Right mouse click, select maximize cell. And now we're looking at that very first chart, but it's taking up the whole screen here. Now, when I did that, something that came on the screen that wasn't there before were these 2 arrows pointing left and right. Those 2 arrows are going to let us move through the grid. Now to the side, you're going to see red is up here in the upper left-hand corner because that's the grid that we maximized here. But when I'm ready to look at the next one, for example, I can just go ahead and select on the arrow and it'll move its way over. Great. This is where we have our probability of expiring cone. Let's go to the next grid right here. And then the fourth grid right here, and then it starts over with the cycle again. Now you know how to create grid charts, how to save them for your future reference. So experiment, see if there is some grids that you want to set up for yourself.